All right, Kathy's, we're back. We had a little bit of a break. You know, people were working, people were traveling, but we're back. Anand's back in studio. I'm back in studio. Anand just coming back from a little vacation, and he had a little pretzel gate.
Yeah. So we were in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And we transited through Germany on the way back.
Yeah.
Early flight. We get to the airport in Frankfurt, and Amanda wants a pretzel.
Okay.
We go to a cafe, shitty cafe.
Yeah.
And we order a pretzel.
Yeah.
And we sit at one table.
Yeah.
They move us to another table.
Okay.
They said, you can't sit there.
Okay.
And then we said, okay, all we want is a pretzel, and I wanted a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
That was the order. And they're like, there's no more pretzels. And the table next to us just got delivered a pretzel.
Okay.
And
soft or hard?
It was nice.
No, soft pretzel or hard pretzel?
Soft.
Like a fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh piece of bread.
It came out of the oven.
Okay. Like Wetzel's.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And, you know, we go to the waitress and we're like, well, they just got a pretzel. You're telling us there's no pretzels. And then they were like, no, you have to order at the counter if you want a pretzel, but we don't have any more.
Okay.
So you can get your Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Get to the counter. I see 50 pretzels.
Okay.
And I said, guys, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why aren't you? And even the Europeans that were sitting next to us were like, I have no idea why they're being so rude to you. Yeah. There's a lot of pretzels.
Yeah.
And we talked to the people at the counter, and they kind of like, it was funny because the first person was actually like very normal and like, you know, serving us. And the second person was like, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
And then we realized it's because we're American.
Okay.
So we go to the counter and I said, there's 50 pretzels. How can you tell me there's no more pretzels? I see them. They're like sitting right there.
Yeah.
And they just kind of ignored us.
Yeah.
And then Amanda goes, don't worry, we don't like Trump. Sat us down, gave us our pretzel.
Wow. That is unbelievable. I mean,
I've never been treated like that in my life anywhere in the world. And I've been to probably over 35 countries.
Yeah. I never felt that in Europe, you know, this summer.
I think it's escalated.
Maybe. I don't know. We know I have 10 friends right now. I'm 10 people I know in Europe right now. We would hear more of these stories.
I think
maybe it's your mullet. Maybe you need a haircut. Your mullet looks like you're like white trash. We know if Josh goes, they're definitely not giving him a pretzel.
But I think you're talking about two different things, right? So a cafe at an airport is just average people.
Yeah.
The people that you're talking about are at.
I'm assuming you flew business first.
Yeah.
Why weren't you in the lounge? Why are you going hanging out with?
We were just like, whatever.
Hanging out with the commoners. That's your fault. This is why you go from member club to country club to your private school. This is what they've set up the universe for. People like yourself, you to not touch the people.
I think what you're talking about is the people because in Switzerland, we were at nice places.
Yeah.
Service is incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
because they know you're spending money.
I'm in Europe, I'm eating at cafes and I'm wearing a fucking baseball hat. Like, it's clear I'm American too. Like, I'm not like, there's no one's accusing me of being an Indian or like or like a European, right? Like the way I talk and act. I'm a big loudmouth American. So I've never seen that behavior happen recently.
Yeah, I mean, you travel way more than I do. This was just my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you guys look like a MAGA couple. I don't know. That's what they think. They think a MAGA couple. They look you and Amanda. That's what in their eyes.
But they shouldn't think an India. I guess Modi's kind of MAGA, so I don't know.
Well, I think, Cash, Usha, Vivek. Yeah. Indians are MAGA in America. Like that's
definitely true.
Yeah, that is. So they just assume Indian, white woman. Yeah, there's a nice MAGA couple coming to wants a pretzel. Fuck you.
It's pretty shocking because I've been around the world with our friend Anthony, and I see the racism he's gotten.
Yeah.
in Istanbul,
Yeah.
even at my bachelor party in
Yeah.
Stockholm,
Yeah.
like all these different places.
Yeah.
I just have never experienced it.
Well, it's good for you to experience it. Put you back in your place.
I still got the pretzel.
Yeah. Well, you had to pretend you don't like Trump.
Yes, that's exactly what I had to do. But the best part, our friend Ken always says, "What'd they say to you when you got back home?" Because I was telling him the story. Because global entry, you just scan the face and you just go,
home.
"Welcome home."
Yeah.
He goes, "Did you get the welcome home?" I said, "Yes, I did."
Of course. That's the best feeling in the world. When you get that welcome home through global entry, you're like, God damn right. Hilarious and incredible story. And what's interesting.
And sorry, Mom. Mom didn't want me to.
Yeah, Mom did. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm going to ask our mom also why she you're going to now get targeted like Jimmy Kimmel. Is that what it is?
I mean, yeah.
Your show's going to get canceled. Is that what it is?
This group chat going to get canceled.
But I'm just thinking. But this.
No, but I think there's a fear.
Okay, but but that's dangerous too. The fear is equally dangerous when it's not like. Let's be real. Let's say you're super anti-Trump. You go and you're at the pretzel stand and you're like, "Fuck America, fuck Trump." Let's just say you said that and it got on video. What is happening to you, realistically? How are you getting targeted?
Look, I'm not famous enough to be targeted like Jimmy Kimmel.
No, but let's just say you're like an average citizen, just lost their mind because of the pretzel.
Maybe global entry won't say welcome home. They'll say welcome to the side room.
Welcome to the side door, you Punjabi MC.
That's honestly the fear.
But do you believe that?
No, but I have. We have a friend that you know very well as well. He got stopped on the way out of America.
Maybe
they took him to a side room.
Come back.
What's that? He's a U.S. citizen. He's born here.
I don't know. I don't know what he's saying and doing in private. We don't know what everyone's saying and doing.
He doesn't do social media.
You don't know. You don't have his phone.
So they're just targeting his text messages?
Could be on 4chan, causing up a storm. I don't know.
If you know who he is, he's not doing any of that.
I don't trust anyone anymore. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know the fear to be targeted of like what would be your repercussion of telling the story?
I think you just
Kash Patel is going to be like, you know what?
Get him on a list.
Okay, what list are you on? Agitators?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, if there's a list, guys.
I'm not fearful of it. I don't know why our mom is so scared of all this shit.
Yeah.
She talks about it all the time.
Well, because it's in your echo chamber, right? Like you hear one story. I mean, if you want to be fearful, you should be fearful about the Indian guy whose head got chopped off in fucking Texas by an illegal immigrant. Like, where's the fear in that? Just if you take it from our mom's perspective, she should be more fearful of what the administration is going to do, because like the likelihood of anything the administration doing to a U.S. citizen who's been here for 40 years and pays taxes and law abiding and not vocal.
I have no.
I'm talking about our mom. I'm talking about our mom.
Even our mom. Yeah.
But but then compared to like, where's the outcry of the poor guy whose head got chopped off? That's fucking crazy. Should be outrage. And that's where your fear should be. That's my point, is that like, I think the fear energy sometimes is being directed in the wrong place. I understand people are generally fearful. Like life is complicated and scary, but like where and when and where to be fearful is also incredibly important to direct your energy. Because otherwise, if you're fearful about the administration, it's going to be tough. It's 3 more years. So what are you going to do? You're just going to not do anything for 3 years? Just be fearful?
I mean, I think that's the problem with the internet. And
yeah, the internet is causing them. Because even with this like Jimmy Kimmel shit, all the responses are bots. They're not even real people, the good or bad. You look at the comments, they'll post it. Average person doesn't give a fuck.
No, I don't think anyone.
They don't care if he's on or if he's not on. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like I forgot about Jimmy Kimmel.
The reason they care is because the president's going after him.
Yeah.
No one would care if he just if a week ago before he did his rant.
But to be fair, the president just makes fun of him. He didn't say he should be fired. He's like low rating loser or whatever it is, right? And then it was basically Nexstar and the Sinclair.
Tegna,
they're the ones. Those are notorious conservative fucking stations. Like Sinclair has been conservative. They have a thesis and they're going after it. Like that's their business.
But the irony is they made him bigger than ever.
Yeah. Well, I think for the moment, right?
For the
like
moment,
I think people finally watched on Tuesday.
I watched the whole monologue.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
We could get into it.
Well, I didn't watch it. I never watched him before, and I'm watching him now. I'll never watch him.
Yeah, no one's staying up at 11:30 watching.
No,
Kimmel.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I think I think so.
His so to be fair, ratings are one thing. He actually YouTube clips go crazy.
Okay, fine. Then he can get YouTube money. You could do that. I'm sorry, that show does not cost $30 million a year to make. You don't need to be in Hollywood Boulevard. Like, let's go to the business case. He could stand in this office right here in this studio, put on his fucking suit, tell some jokes, have some fake AI laugh, and it could look like the same thing. And then if any celebrities want to come, great. You know, it's basically.
Yeah, he had my boy Glenn Powell.
But I'm saying like that's fine if that's what you want to do. If it's YouTube, then why, from a business standpoint, why does ABC or fucking Disney care to keep paying him?
No, I don't think. I think he matters to the network and Disney more than just the ratings of his show, because apparently he hosts the upfronts for Disney.
Yeah,
when they're trying to sell all the ads,
yeah.
He's the guy.
Yeah,
he's their representative, and they extract a lot of revenue. And he does the Oscars. He does.
Okay, put Tom Brady. Aren't they paying him like $50 million a year? Is he CBS or ABC?
Fox.
Get
40.
Get one of the football guys to do. My point
Gronk and Brady would be a great host.
That's what I'm saying. You're already paying them the money. You say, motherfucker, get up there and do the upfront. All I'm saying is like, at the end of the day, everyone wants to make it political. I actually think it was just a great way to weasel out of paying him.
But they brought him back.
Because I think they probably got a lot of backlash, internal and external. They're like, oh, we're caving to the president.
So I think there's a few things to talk about with the Kimmel stuff because, you know, I don't want to make it political, but when the president is telling, and even after he came back on, the president's telling ABC, I can't believe you brought him back on.
Yeah.
He's a loser.
He can't help himself. He comments on everything.
And that's where even Clay Travis, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro went against administration. These are the most right-wing commentators of our time.
Because it affects them too.
And they're like, I can't believe the administration did this. Forget the left, right? Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, the left is going to defend Kimmel. But when you have those three and you know what they say, Candace Owens, Clay Travers, and he even mentioned it in the monologue.
Yeah.
He's like, the people that hate me the most came up and defended me.
Yeah.
And said, you shouldn't be canceled because the president says it. Because you know
But I think ABC... The reason why they brought him back, because optically they look bad in canceling him. I don't know when he's up. I think he's up in a year for renewal. I think he signed a three-year deal in 22 or 23.
Can you Google that, Josh?
Whatever it is, I'm going to make the bet. He ain't getting renewed. And
Probably not.
And I think it was just about money. Get the fuck this guy off my balance sheet. Like that's how they looked at it. And the problem is optically it make Disney look like they caved. And they had to bring him back because it looks bad. Because as a media network to censor.
That is a left-leaning media network.
Yeah.
And they got rid of the left-leaning star of the network.
Yeah. And I think, the star of the network is called Monday Night Football.
Sure. Yeah, football is crowned to everything. I want to talk about, because I know you don't listen to Rogan like I do. I know you guys talked about Charlie Kirk the last episode, and a lot's transpired since then. So Joe Rogan had a comedian, Andrew Santino. Do you know who he is?
I think I've heard of him.
He's
funny
like
guy.
41. He's funny. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan breaks down the entire Charlie Kirk situation. And, Joe Rogan, in my opinion, is center.
Yeah.
Some people claim he's a right-wing kook.
Yeah. I don't think he's...
Like, some people, don't like him,
But
that's fine.
he broke down what the shooting.
Yes.
Okay.
So what he did was and I didn't know any of this, to be honest, right? Like I didn't really like dive into the killer and everything that happened. So remember the old dude that they first thought shot
the decoy?
him? The decoy?
Yeah.
He said that as soon as Charlie Kirk got murdered, he stood up and said, I shot him. It's me.
Yeah.
And then, everyone like
to create a distraction for the real shooter.
Tangled him.
Yeah.
And then they said, or Rogan said, he gets arrested. And then they put child porn on him. And apparently, according to Rogan on this episode, once someone is accused of child porn, the media can't interview them. And he's like, what's that about? And then he talks about the supposed shooter that actually killed him. And he apparently disabled a rifle and then jumped off a building and reassembled the rifle and put it in his backpack.
Yep.
And he goes, that's not possible.
Okay.
He said the shooting of 200 yards, Rogan said this. Because obviously he's a gun dude.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, you can learn that in a day.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm debunking everyone saying that it's
That's what I mean. We talked about that, and drama was like, it's not that hard.
And he's like, but disassembling the rifle in that period of time, he showed a video of a Marine Navy SEAL dude or whatever, some like expert. He timed it. The Marine did. He goes, you can't disassemble it this quickly. He goes, it's not possible. He goes, I'm an expert. I've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
And he showed, and he said, if you shoot someone, you have an elevated heart rate.
Yeah.
You have adrenaline.
Yeah.
You're not going to be as calm as I am to like get this
text
out
and whatever,
and then come back and then reassemble it and then run away and jump off a 15-foot building.
Yeah.
Rogan's calling this whole thing horseshit.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know who the shooter is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this kid either.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy. It's a fucking brutal murder.
Yeah.
Everyone can agree on that.
Yeah.
But I think there's shenanigans going on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it, and if you start looking at like the reaction of people, like, I mean, unbelievable momentum for the right, after this. So like,
I thought the Republicans were toast at midterms. This might swing it the other way.
Yeah. JC is big.
Yeah.
He's going to have a big resurrection. And I think it's crazy how much momentum the party has gotten from this. It was like for them, it was like a come together moment that they've got a lot of momentum on. So like when you start thinking about conspiracies and who would do it and why they would do it, like on TikTok has a million conspiracies. And there's a lot of like spoofs of like how this kid is fucking talking. It doesn't even make sense. His text messages, like how he's communicating to his lover.
And then the other thing Rogan said, just to kind of add to it, apparently the rifle was a World War I rifle that he got from his grandpa that has no serial number.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you're going to go kill someone, you just get a new rifle.
Yeah. Well,
he's just saying none of the details add up.
Yeah. I mean, and unfortunately, in all of these like very tragic situations, this is where we still don't know anything about the Trump shooter. He's the president of the United States. How do we know nothing?
No, nothing.
Nothing. So wait, he has porn too? Like, I mean, none of this stuff.
Didn't he get killed?
What?
Didn't they kill him?
I know, but I'm saying you're telling you don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's what Mark Andreessen always said. He's the only 20-year-old with no social media platform.
Yeah.
What footprint?
At least this guy was on Discord. Like they're sharing some information.
So the one thing I wanted to add, because I heard you guys' discussion about the Kirk stuff. I'm convinced, like, I don't believe the Israel shit, like, because that's what everyone wants to say.
That's just the thing of the moment.
Yeah, like David Keyes blame Israel. That was pretty funny.
I haven't seen it yet, but
no, you sent it to us.
I couldn't hear. I was in a room where I just sent it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Discord and Reddit are infiltrated by foreign agents radicalizing American kids.
Yeah, that I believe.
And whether it's China, Russia, Iran, North Korea,
whatever
these countries, and they're creating division. Like this kid, I don't even know if he's a shooter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But whoever shot him got radicalized.
Yeah. And even in this kid's case, he was already radicalized. He may even, whatever his involvement is in this situation, Tyler Robinson was radicalized by look who the Discord he was in and who he was hanging out with. It's just these social media is so infiltrated by foreign actors. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think, when you hear people in this administration, they've been a lot different when you're talking, and they're like basically saying, if you saw what I saw, even Tom Horman, the Homeland Security guy who's in charge of anti-immigration, he was on Bill Maher, and listening to him say, like, if you saw what I saw, you would not think what I'm doing is fucking crazy. And I think government has always shielded us from a lot of information because the view is we have to let people, not panic, not have chaos in society. And we want people to go to work, go watch their kids play, go crack open a beer on Sunday, watch NFL, keep everyone quiet, shut the fuck up, right? The problem is that we now are in this world where everyone's like, I want to know. Like when shit happened back in the day, I think 9/11 was the first time where like, that was happening as an adult, but like that's the first thing where everyone's like, I need to know what the fuck happened.
And we still don't know.
Yeah, we still don't know, right? And so
Tucker talked about it with Glenn Greenwald. I don't know if you saw that clip.
Yeah.
I think they released the episode yesterday.
Yeah.
And Tucker, it's funny how like a lot of the right-wing commentators are kind of turning against, obviously they hate the Democrats.
Yeah.
Like we all know that.
Yeah.
But they're turning against the establishment of the Republican Party.
Yeah. Well,
Charlie Kirk did.
Yeah.
Tucker has.
Yeah.
He's just not doing public.
Yeah. They're all turning against the party, but they can't turn against Trump.
Right.
Because then it's a death blow for a lot of these careers. So I think, but the problem is he is the party for now. Like, eventually he'll not be in the public light at some point, I assume. But like when that happens, then the party can continue into whatever facet it wants to go. But as long as he's alive.
But they're saying stuff that, they're obviously independent folks in terms of they're not senators or House of Representatives. They're saying stuff that you would not think a conservative would say.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing about the Republican Party and Conservative Party that is not being appreciated is I just talked to someone who, a friend of ours who actually works in Virginia in the government sector, in software sector in the government.
Booz Allen.
And he was like telling me, he's like, it's complete chaos. And he's like, but it's good. He's like, it's fucking hell for me. But they are questioning this administration. He's been in 3 administrations now. He's like, this administration is fucking saying, why do we do everything? Why do we do this? Why do we pay you guys? Why are we doing this? And I think when you look at the movement that's happened, is like, we need to question everything because we just decided that like, we're just doing things for doing things. Like we were talking about the UN yesterday. Why do we fund the UN?
Well, I actually ChatGPT'd it. You fund it based on your GDP.
Yeah, I know.
So US obviously.
So everyone else is not growing. That's our problem. But that's a made up construct. What benefit does the United States citizens get of UN?
Stability globally.
I don't know. Everyone wants us to get out of everyone's way.
Yeah, I mean, Trump had some very flowery comments.
Yeah, he had a hot mic. He came out
Didn't
swinging.
have a teleprompter.
He clearly went off script there. But yeah, I think the bigger point is there are people questioning and like want to know what the fuck happened. And I think that's happening more. So I give them credit. Like,
but what's crazy in 2025, we know nothing about the Trump shooter.
Yeah.
We know nothing about the Charlie Kirk shooter.
Well, no, that's not true. That we know We know everything about the shooter. We just don't know if he's the shooter. Yeah,
That's
we
the
do know.
point.
We do know everything about him. They're basically giving this guy a proctal exam at this point. Like,
Yeah, sure. We know what they're characterizing him as.
Yeah.
But did he actually pull the trigger?
I mean, you just don't know, right? Like, we just never know.
Because even like they're saying, like, why weren't?
But he's in prison. He can talk. He can say whatever he wants.
I don't think
I didn't
he
do
can
it.
talk.
Why? He's dead man walking. He's going to get the death
they're going
penalty.
to kill him.
Exactly. Go out swinging then, Tyler.
But he's 21.
I don't know. So just switching topics. I went to a dinner last night hosted by Gary Vaynerchuk. It was like 8 or 10 of us. All like business leaders, founders, really impressive group of people. Our buddy Phil Toronto invited me for it. And, I've gotten to see Gary, in person.
Can you explain who he is?
Gary
A lot of
Vaynerchuk?
people may not know.
I mean,
I
he's
don't know.
big on social media.
I know, but I'm saying.
So Gary background is quite fascinating. He was an early guy on YouTube, had a wine channel. His family business is wine, like a wine store, and he used to review wine and kind of became an early big YouTube star. Parlayed that into basically being like a thought leader of like early tech and became an investor. And his personality became so big, he has built a big media business that, they basically run marketing and advertising for like Fortune 500 companies now.
Does he have an agency too?
Yeah, this is the agency and a sports agency. Yes, his brother runs a sports agency. And so like he's got a big media marketing business. He's got a sports agency. He's got his personal, just full on like huge personality on social media.
Yeah.
And directionally, he's always been right on where the world's going. Whether it was early on e-com.
Was he in your Uber powwow at Austin, Texas?
It was his house. It was his apartment. It was Gary's.
Can you explain that?
So I've talked about it in the past.
I know you have, but a lot of people may not have.
Yeah. So in 2009, Angelo Satira, who listens to the pod, founder of DeviantArt, invited me to come to South by Southwest. I was like, all right, whatever. So I just tagged along and went to dinner with the Uber founders, a lot of people.
This is before Uber was Uber.
Yeah. It was just, they were just starting.
It's like an idea. They
had like the horse thing at South by Southwest. That's a pedicab. That's what it's called. And we're at dinner. Then Gary goes on Twitter and says, "Oh, we're going to pack this club," and walks into some random bar on 6th Street. Says we're in 15 minutes. He literally tweeted, "We're here." This is 2009. Packed the whole bar. Everyone at South by shows up at this bar. Becomes a big party. That night, Gary's like, invited like 10 of us back to his apartment that he was renting at South by. And he does what's now very famous, his jam session, of where he just picks a topic and everyone discusses it. And at that time it was like who's who of now like tech.
Like Garrett, Travis.
Yeah, all the Uber crew, big investors. I don't even remember. I'm sure Angela remembers who all was in that room, but it was like
Chris Sacca was in that room.
Yeah, Chris Sacca.
That I do know.
Yeah,
I wasn't there, but I know
Mark
that.
Suster, very like a crazy group of people. And so that was my first real exposure to technology people in that era. And I was like, whoa, these guys are like talking about the future. And so then, I run into Gary along the way. He always supported our brands and whatever. And he became this huge media figure, like massive, right? Like just took over social media. And he's always been on the cusp of what's next. Like I remember when he was preaching about e-commerce early, preaching about Bitcoin, sports cards, fucking willed that into existence.
Yeah.
Like the mania of sports
I'm surprised Fanatics didn't partner with them.
I think he is somehow involved in something.
Because Fanatics is going all in.
Yeah.
On sports cards.
And so I was excited. I hadn't seen him in a while. So he's like, "Oh, I'm coming to LA. I'm going to host a little dinner or whatever." So Phil puts me in touch with him to come to the dinner. And, these are all like very smart, very successful people in this room. And what I found, the biggest takeaways are like what Gary's bullish on is, live streaming broadly, live shopping, anything live from just a business standpoint. He's very, very bullish on that, which directionally, that's right. Like that's going to happen. It's happening, and that's going to rapidly change. The conversation got very heated on a lot of topics, as you can imagine. Like, I'm not going to mention what the topics were, but what I found the most interesting when we started talking about AI and social kind of disrupt from AI, I was surprised how many people were not optimistic and they were actually very pessimistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this on this pod, and I brought, raised my voice at this point to basically say, like, I completely disagree with everyone. I think
you said this at the dinner.
Yes.
Okay.
I said,
what was the feedback?
I said, and they were like, okay, Gary's like, what do you tell me?
Explain why you feel
and I
that
said,
way.
One, every time there's transformational technology, we go through this fucking exercise of panic and fear. And then we end up on the other side of it in a much, much better place. Quality of life, income, all of those things. I said, technology is deflationary. It is not inflationary. It always has become deflation. Everything becomes cheaper. Yeah. Do you remember the first computer versus the computer today? Do you remember the first time you
it's like pets.com versus chewy.com.
Yeah, it's just like all of these things evolve. There's so many exciting things happening in AI and robotics. I'm long on deflation. Like I'm big.
What was the response? I know your take. I want to know the counter.
Very, very. I think they weren't thinking about that. I think my point was around the fear. I think we are pumping so much fear all fucking day that it's clouding the way people are thinking, that they forget. Because even there was a comment about like people going to other countries, like living in other countries. I'm like, who's leaving? Whose fucking table's leaving? No one's leaving. Give me a fucking bullshit break.
Yeah.
I won't even leave 1 mile west, 1 mile east. I don't want to leave my little bubble. You think people are going to leave the country and go to Portugal? Get the fuck out of here. You're not. Not if you live here.
If you didn't leave during COVID, you're not leaving.
Well, I think the point is let's say you're 24 years old, okay? And you have the flexibility to live anywhere. I don't know if there's a better place to live than America still right now.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the fear is that like.
Well, I don't think that's an AI issue. It's just America is the most.
I know, but like, okay, AI is going to affect the whole world.
Yeah.
If AI is going to have this disruptive impact and social chaos, what country you want to live in?
Well, where can you earn? That's the big question.
Yeah.
And America is still the number one place you can earn.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where you live. You can earn in Nashville, Texas.
The one thing we all agreed on, which I agreed on too, the question that was posed was, if AI does what it's supposed to be, do we see a world where the government will have to subsidize to some extent?
So
I agreed on that.
Yeah, I think that's right. And what actually kind of got me on the other side of what your take is, because Rogan was talking about this on his last episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's talking to Elon.
Yeah.
He's talking to Mark Andreessen. He's talking to Zuck.
Yeah.
And he's screaming the alarm bells.
Yeah.
And he's not doing it because he came to that conclusion. He's obviously just texting them.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, jobs are gone.
Yeah. So I think when
I had a dinner, a birthday dinner on Saturday with someone at a Mag 7 company.
Yeah.
That runs a product org.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can get rid of my whole team.
So I think the job displacement is going to happen 100%. I think the thing that we don't think about is like, we forget humans, and specifically Americans, are extremely resilient and we figure shit out. I go, look, let's say everyone has a bunch of free time on our hand. What percent of the population is just going to just give up and just say, okay, I can't make money. I can't do it. No, like you're going to fucking figure it out. I don't know what that job is, and I don't know what it's going to look like, but there's going to be new economies and new industries and new things that are going to come about, because like if cost of living does decrease, like there was a stat I really wanted to share because I thought it was like phenomenal. A doctor did a whole analysis on Waymo and the impact Waymo would have on society and car insurance. So the big, do you have that in our?
You're basically saying it's deflationary because it's safer, right?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, check this out. This doctor gave this he's a neurosurgeon, and he's like, I know a lot about road safety. And he said that Waymo's safety results currently have 91% fewer serious crashes based on, the cars that have been on the road. And if there was a world, obviously it's a big if, it's not probably going to happen, but if 100% of the cars were autonomous on the road, you would potentially have 95% fewer injury accidents, 33,000 to 39,000 deaths annually in car accidents. It's a big number. It's not a small number. 1 trillion in societal cost a year. Car insurance goes to fucking zero.
Yep.
Right? You're talking about lives saved. You're talking about time saved. You're talking about reuse of public parking spaces. You just all of a sudden, like, you're living in a different society, right? Like, and I think, and I'm optimistic that Cloud Kitchen is going to get me food for $7, not $20.
Right.
I'm optimistic that Waymo costs are coming down. I'm a fucking power Waymo's
user everywhere.
And
in LA at least. I don't know about other cities.
Remember, I literally said 3 months ago, it was too fucking expensive. Google just turned the dial. I went from my house to Beverly Hills at a promo the other day, $5.
It's great. I mean, that's what I remember Travis in some conference that he spoke at said, self-driving, this is before self-driving is now, right? Like Waymo's freaking everywhere. He was like, we need to repurpose every public parking lot because they're not going to be needed. Yeah. Like if you go to downtown, we used to work in downtown. Yeah. Think about how many public parking lots there are.
Yeah. I mean, just everywhere. That's amazing. All that space, you know what that is? More housing. What happens to more housing? Rents come down. You don't need a car anymore. Car insurance is now off your personal P&L.
I guess the thing is, like, when you think about just regulatory stuff and stockholders, like the healthcare companies and pharmaceutical companies are, obviously incentivized to keep costs up.
Yeah.
And, you're talking about self-driving, the insurance companies don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Like, when do the lobbies get broken?
Who has all the money in this country? It ain't insurance companies and it ain't pharmaceutical companies.
Tech companies, you're saying?
Yes. They're way more powerful. One Mag 7 is bigger than all fucking pharmaceutical.
Yeah, 100%.
So
there was a...
So you don't think... Look, when the meetings are happening with this administration and presidency, who's in the meetings? It's the Mag 7. It ain't... It's Jensen, Satya, Sundar, Zuck, Elon. It's not fucking the CEO of Pfizer because he knows they got no fucking money.
So Joe Pompliano, I don't know if you follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah, so he follows sports media business as his...
He's great.
Like,
I like him.
He's great. And his brother's like a big Bitcoin guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, he put a Substack out last week that if RFK actually gets down to no pharmaceutical ads, which I agree with. Yeah. I don't like RFK for many reasons, but
that is if he just figures that one thing out.
If he figures that one thing out, like, dude, I wake up at 6:30, I turn on First Take.
It's all
the whole thing's pharmaceutical.
Semaglutides, depression, diarrhea.
Yeah. Any cause you want. Yeah. And if he gets rid of it, his point was that the sports media rights go down the roof.
Yeah.
Like, no one can, he's like, who's making up that revenue?
Yeah. So I'm going to go the optimistic take.
Gambling?
New set of willing buyers will come in. It's at the end of the day, advertising is about eyeballs. Wherever the eyeballs are will always demand the money. Will it get the same premium? I don't know. Who knows? But like, I'm sorry. OpenAI is going to have to start advertising at some point. You don't think they're going to have to advertise? Of course they're going to have to advertise. Google never fucking spent $1 on advertising until whatever, 15 years ago.
Yeah, now it's an arms race. So
so maybe they take new companies.
So you're saying I'm going to watch Stephen A. Smith and get to a ChatGPT ad?
You're going to get a ChatGPT ad. You're going to get a Cursor ad. You're going to get a Harvey ad. You're going to get this ad. You're going to get that ad. These AI companies are so fucking powerful and rich. Yeah. They're going to spend money like a drunken sailor.
No, it's fair. Yeah. I'm just saying it's going to be a big shift.
Yeah, but this is my point, is that like The economy is very resilient. People are very resilient. I think there's going to be a lot of job loss. I think if I think about what the big tech guys are doing, they're like, we can't fire 190,000 people in one day. We want to. We're shitting cash. Also, we'll fire 15,000 people a year, 20,000 people a year, just quietly. Every year, we'll just keep cutting. And then in 10 years from now, we're a very different company. We're very, very light in terms of, what from a cost structure standpoint. We're shitting cash. Shareholders are happy, and we didn't cause too much societal disruption. I think like the assumption is that like we're going to start cutting 1 million jobs a day.
They won't do that.
Nothing will happen that fast.
But it's just like the degradation over time is going to be pretty impactful.
Yes, I agree with that. I think the problem is that it's already happening. So like causing the fear bomb, it should be more like, all right, like I like Travis saying, okay, what are we doing with all these parking lots? Like it's the same feeling I had years ago when I walked into a bank. I'm like, what are we going to do with the best real estate in every city is taken by a fucking bank?
Yeah, those are gone.
All gone. Literally all gone. They're not going to exist, right? It's going to be for a very small pop. You could just put it like this. Let's just say they're not all gone. You're going to reduce 90%. No one's talking about that. No one's talking about the parking lot. But if you deregulate a little for housing and things like that, maybe rents come down. If rent comes down, maybe you don't need to make as much money. Maybe we would hire more people if the cost was 30% less. And then I'm just saying it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but like all of the people in the government also, the local city should be like, if I'm Karen Bass, I'm driving around the city and I'm like, it's over. Cars are done. The whole fucking street is Waymo. In LA, where we live, my street is fucking Waymo's day and night.
Even our 3.5-year-old Vivian, we walk to school. It's 3 blocks away from where we live. She goes, "Oh my God, no one's driving that car."
Yeah.
And it's every block.
But there's nobody driving cars anymore. It's over. And they're not on the freeway.
I had to explain it to her. Let's be clear.
They're not freeways. They're not on the freeway yet. Wait till they get on the freeway. SFO is getting the first airport pickup.
You know what's interesting is I see so many Waymos with people sitting in the front passenger seat.
Yeah. Well, they might be. It's kind of fun.
Maybe it's just like a safety
or
thing.
It's packed.
No, there was no one in the back.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it just makes them feel like safe. I don't know. I like
because Waymos aren't at LAX.
No, they haven't. SFO is the first piloted airport, and this is my point. We figured it out with the cars,
and they're all Jaguars, right?
Yeah, electric. But I'm just saying, like when you look at like the shift that's going to happen, if there's partnership, like in the city of Los Angeles, if you see this, you have to be thinking about the future, like car ownership, car insurance. Where all these Waymo's going to get charged? What is the electricity charge going to be? Like, we don't have that at the local level, like thinking about that stuff.
So, I mean, how long does it take for technology to disrupt it? So like in the sense, like if you go through Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, even where we are right now, all the streets are shut for the metro.
Yep.
Is that the solution? That
what?
If Waymos are $5?
If Waymos are $5, then you like, I'll tell you, like, I used to try to take Uber to work. Like there was an era I didn't have a car. I think I didn't have a car for a fucking year. And that was during COVID. So it was really cheap. It was like $7
because there's no.
Then when everything opened up again, it was $25, $30 each
Uber
way.
X.
Yeah, Uber X each way. And then I was like, fuck this. So I went and got a car. It was too expensive. If I can get a Waymo within 2 to 3 minutes, which right now the wait time in the morning is like fastest I've gotten is 5. Sometimes it's 10, 15. So it's not like instant enough when I just want to go. But if I can get a Waymo cheaper.
But you could do it you're feeding Dom and Miles breakfast and order it, and then it comes in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's just, if I had no car, that's what I would do. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm going out tonight. I'm gonna have a drink. I don't want to fucking drive, whatever. So I'm a little bit more planning around it. But even differently, let's just say I do decide to own a car, but it's an autonomous car. I buy a Tesla and it's fully autonomous car. It's better for the roads. Everyone's on their phone anyways. I'm just saying that like there's a lot of variations of like autonomous vehicles that are going to be on the street. Like I think wealthy people will just have their own autonomous car. I don't think they're going to get a Waymo. I'm curious
the Tesla Waymo competition.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, we're obviously in a bubble in LA where Waymos you can just go outside the office and see 10 Waymos in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What's Tesla's move?
Yeah, they're gonna compete. They already have the cars on the road. It's cheating.
But they have drivers in the car, right? The robo-taxis.
Not in Austin.
Yeah, robo-taxis
fully autonomous in Austin. So that's what I'm saying. It's coming. All right. We'll see. It's going to be fun. Let's move on. We've talked about this a lot in the income distribution inequality in America. If you want to know why we're not going to enter a recession, like a real devastating recession, this is the statistic they'll tell you. Consumers in the top 10% of income distribution accounted for 49.2% of total US spending. 10%. That means the entire economy is on the back of the wealthiest people in this country. And they spend disproportionate amount of money compared to a middle or lower income person, to the point where US businesses are doing okay despite high inflation, no growth, no wage growth time. The rich are just so fucking rich.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with what you just said. I think two things can be true. The economy is going to be held up by these folks, right?
Yeah.
50% of consumer spending by 10%.
Yeah.
The problem is, and this is kind of my larger point about the Charlie Kirk situation and whoever killed him, we don't know. I'm going to say that up front.
Yeah.
Is you have such a large portion of the country that's left behind. And the wealth gap is just widening and widening and widening. It's not going to have an effect on the stock market, not going to have effect on the economy, not going to have effect on consumer spending. And you ultimately create social unrest.
Yeah.
Because sure, 10%, that's 30 million people or whatever, 40 million. I think we have 400 million in America. Then you have 360 million that feel left behind.
Yeah.
And this is why some person got radicalized and shot Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
This is why whatever happened at ICE, I don't know the details yet, so I'm not going to speak on it.
Yeah.
That's why some guy went to ICE.
Got radicalized. So I agree on the social unrest. That is a function of economic despair. That usually is the reason why people turn to these communities. And that is why I think we have to, on the AI race, the thing that we should push the companies to do, which I don't see it happening, it's more just organically happening. Like the sell of the founder needs to be like, I'm going to build robotic factories, because that's a lot that's going on. And what that's going to do is actually lower the cost of making this by 40%. And what that's going to do is cause the brand to now sell this widget for 30% cheaper. If we start thinking more like collaborative of like, my impact of this technology is that you get to do something cheaper, and in turn, your job is to sell this for cheaper. You will still be profitable. You will still make a lot of money. And that is how I think you ultimately get your way out of this economic despair. But like, you have to because right now I agree, like it's scary that, and the thing is like, I was talking to a bunch of retailers recently. Everyone's business is good.
Yeah.
No one's complaining. Yeah, pretty good. We're up 10%. 10%. Hey, huge ass companies. 20%. Huge ass companies.
Like big box retailers.
Yes. Brands, retailers, whatever. Like people are up. There's people that are struggling, definitely, but those are like poorly executed businesses versus other businesses who are executing well. They're really up.
Yeah, like, has Aloe taken a hit? Probably not.
Fuck no. Unless it's just there's some legacy brands that are struggling, like a Nike that displays that 10% they dropped, which is, I don't know, 2-3 billion in sales, just went to a bunch of other new brands, incumbent brands, and I don't know, emerging brands. I don't know. But I think that the point is that like,
yeah, because you know what, the stat I want to know, and we should ask some consulting friend to put pieces together because they have the data. So like Nike's obviously declined from what they were 5 years ago. But if you were to aggregate Nike 10 years ago to Nike on Hoka, Lululemon, Aloe, what's the delta?
I mean, I think the market got way bigger. Like, but because I think that's just more of a style fashion. People aren't wearing suits to work anymore. They're wearing sneakers. They're wearing athleisure to meetings. Like, I think the market, the TAM just got bigger for that market.
So then what's like a Brooks Brothers doing?
They found a new audience. They're still around.
I know they're around.
Yeah. I think it's just different business. It's probably much smaller. There is shrink in Macy's, there's shrink at Kohl's, there is shift. But like, I think the underlying topic is more around this social unrest, and the social unrest gets solved by applying technology to make things cheaper. Because I think if inflation were actually to go away in our economy, I think there'd be a lot less people in despair. Like health insurance and fucking car insurance and your DWP bill are outrageous. You just forget rent. Rent is going down. Literally everywhere in the country, rent is going down. So that is no longer the fucking conversation that it was 2-3 years ago. But everyone's health insurance is up. Crazy. Car insurance is up. Crazy. Food inflation.
Home insurance.
Your power bill, water bill. Dude, you can't make money if you're earning.
And I know you said rent's down, but it's down relative to what it was at peak. But if you compare it to like 15 years ago, it's like 40-60% higher.
I know, but that probably goes more with inflation, right? Like it's going to continue to come down. I don't think rents.
Like I always bring up the example. I split an apartment with Eric. 900 at a luxury apartment. Yeah. We each paid $900.
Yeah. That's probably overall housing has gone crazy cost over the last 20 years. But I'm just saying that like there are signs that rents are going down, right? Like it's actually going down, not up. Whereas everything else is continuing on a rocket ship up. Like health insurance is fucking batshit crazy how much it's up, and it's a problem. Like it's so crazy that these things are just they're on a one-way ticket. Like no one's giving you a solution. Once all the AI infrastructure is built, and it's probably going to get overbuilt, and then the cost will come down so dramatically to use all of this infrastructure. I think there's going to be so many incredible businesses that come out of it that create massive deflation.
What was the most at your tech dinner yesterday? What was the most negative view you heard? They're all smart people.
Yeah. I would say there was a lot of fear around anti-Semitism.
Oh, not about business.
No, just being a Jew in America, a Jew in Europe, because a lot of these are global people.
Yeah.
Their view of like their presence in society, like definitely they felt fearful.
Yeah, I mean, I could sense that sentiment. That's not shocking. But from a business
standpoint, I think the fear was really around I would say I think people were generally shocked at like the immigration policy of the country.
H-1B thing?
H-1B thing.
100K?
Yeah.
The company has to pay it.
Yeah. Which I think that's more of the spirit of what it should be, the top talent, right? Like you don't need the third best guy. We want the best guy. And the best guy, Microsoft's going to pay for. Amazon's going to pay for, right? So, and we have to see in execution what actually happens, but there should be some tax. Well, I don't know how they came up with 100. It's just an easy number to roll off your tongue. So I assume that's probably why they came up with it. But I think immigration, there was concern, good and bad immigration. I think both. And then I think generally the AI topic was really around like, okay, what are all these people going to do? And I think that's like an Elon way of talking, where he's just like, yeah, everyone's fucked. Everyone's gonna like, but I think like people who study history and are more optimistic are going to be like, I don't know. I mean, like AI is here, but like there's a lot of shit it can't do still.
No, of course. You still need someone on top of the AI.
Yeah. Last topic before we move on to winners, losers content. Big winner, OpenAI.
Yep.
Got a investment.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem to be getting investment daily. Nvidia decided to give them $100 billion.
Which is insane.
Which I don't know what the structure of the investment is, but I assume it's in chips and server equipment.
Well, they claim it's to build out the data center, but my suspicion is it's just OpenAI uses that $100 billion to buy the chips.
Yeah.
So it's money washing.
Yeah. Which is, very common in.
I know. It's a very flashy headline.
Yeah.
But
it's called a circle jerk is the technical term.
Exactly. That's correct.
It's everyone's jerking each other off.
Yeah. Nvidia knows OpenAI is a hot brand. Give them $100 billion. Guess what? You're paying me $100 billion.
Yeah. It's just going right back to them.
It's like what Microsoft did.
Yeah.
We'll invest. I think, what did they invest? I forget. It was
the number now. It was 10 billion, I think. And it was crazy at that time.
And they had to buy all their server costs.
Yeah.
So Microsoft's probably 5x that revenue.
Oh yeah. It's probably the best deal ever. They're probably going to make hundreds of billions of dollars off OpenAI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great thing. If you know how to do that in your business, you should do it because it's clearly
I think it's now, this has been going on for centuries, right?
Yeah.
How these deals happen. I think people like us who aren't even in AI can like sniff it out pretty quickly.
Well, this was absurd. 100 billion. Like no one's ever heard of money like that. So absurd. All right. Moving on. Winners, losers, content. Who's your winner?
My winner is the Hwood Group, our close friends, Brian Toll and John Turshin. They announced that they have a 9-figure valuation from a group out of Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
To expand globally, and we frequent their places probably more than anyone.
Yeah, big fans.
And we've been beneficiaries of their hospitality.
Yeah, their success is unbelievable. Big shout out to Brian, John, and the whole crew there. A lot of work, a lot of years of work. It's not easy to do what they've done. And,
they started, I think, in the nightlife business, they started in like 2001, right?
Yeah.
And
both
then
of them were throwing parties in college.
So
25 years.
Every overnight success is 20 years.
Yeah. And I think, it is an incredibly hard industry. It is very competitive. It's extremely cutthroat. And they've risen to the top of the food chain over the last, 15 years. So incredible.
Yeah, now they have, it appears, I actually don't know the details. I don't know if you do. But it appears they have the...
Yeah, we should actually have them on so they can talk about their future plans because I don't know if they're publicly sharing it, but it would be exciting to hear what the plans are.
Yeah, where do we go get free meals next?
Yeah, looks like Riyadh. All right, my winner of the week is the good old Shield. AKA NFL. In the group chat Discord, someone shared this afternoon. 25 million people watch the Bears versus the Cowboys.
The hot game.
I'm just saying that's
Cowboys are hot.
It's unbelievable. 25 million people. It wasn't the Sunday night game. It wasn't the Monday Night Football. It is literally Sunday afternoon. 25 million people watched. Unbelievable. And by the way, it's like never been more excited about football. It's like just getting better.
Yeah, and I think the storylines get better, and I think the sports media content is so pervasive.
Yeah.
Because all these players have podcasts.
Yeah.
Then you have the First Takes, the Pat McAfee's. Yeah. You have all this stuff. And I don't.
Very exciting. Loser.
Loser of the week is basically people that pretend they want free speech, but then when a liberal has free speech, it's not allowed. So that's my liberal.
Who's that?
The president of the United States.
Well, he's a tough one.
Because there's so many Republicans came out and supported Kimmel.
Yeah, I think generally he shouldn't have been. I mean, can't fire. I mean, that would be not a.
Oh, and now Trump's going after him, saying, "I can't believe they hired him back."
Well, yeah, obviously
he's not gonna. He's an 80-year-old man, dude.
He's just gonna keep.
He's gonna keep going.
He's gonna give a shit. Okay. My loser of the week is, given what we're seeing in the stock market, it is a insane time that the market just keeps going up every single day. And I don't think we're at a top. Like, I do actually think it keeps going up. I don't know when that stops. It's going to stop at some point. It always does. It abruptly went down this April in a very violent fashion. If people don't remember. But that was
purely because of tariffs.
Yeah. But,
macro.
Just something could happen, right? Government shutdown could actually be real and they don't get anywhere for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, market dips. My biggest fear and why I'm calling this a loser is the amount of people on social media that are sharing their gains is usually a bad sign.
Yeah, I've seen people, influencers and stuff.
Yeah. And I know it's like a flex thing and it's probably fake. Half of it's probably fake.
It could be fake. And I think
it creates FOMO.
From the influencer standpoint, what I think is like, oh, you think I'm just this hot chick? Yeah. Guess what? I made 200%.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like finance influencers who have insane followings. These people have like 500,000 million followers on X and their engagement is bananas. When they are sharing how much money they're making, what that actually does is create massive amounts of FOMO. Then what that does is get all these new people into the market and they're not buying stocks. They are trading options. Yeah. The option volume in like one day is what it was all year, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That is true. My fear. And I think like a violent drop will wipe everyone out overnight. And it's going to create.
I mean, a 10% drop in any stock can wipe most people out.
Yeah. I mean, because like people are not like if the market went down 20%, which would be we would have red lines. Well, no, S&P dropped like 30%. I mean, like the tech stocks went down 30% in April. But the point is if you own a stock, okay, you over a long period of time, unless you need the cash, you just be patient and you have a chance it'll recover in a timely manner. Today, that's not the case. Like 30% drop and you're trading options, you're going to zero.
Yep.
And so I think that piece is a little scary.
Fair.
Content.
There's a documentary coming out, I believe next week. So it might be my double content.
Yeah.
Cocaine Quarterback with Owen Wilson, who went to SC around the same time we went to SC.
Oh, yeah. I did see the preview for this.
And I think it's Hulu.
Yeah.
He's on Lineart's pod tomorrow. Yeah. Lineart teased it. Explaining it. It's just like everything. He got tied up with the cartel.
Yep.
Some Australian drug lords.
Yeah.
Got sentenced to 21 years in prison. Yeah. Now he's coming out and telling his story.
Wow. Amazing. There's so much.
And so many people at SC that I went to SC with knew him at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't know him. So I have immunity.
Hopefully you're not in the movie. My content is everyone's been hyping up, specifically Brian hyping up Landman. I finally watched an episode. Unbelievable show.
Yeah.
So good. It's like a Yellowstone, but like oil.
People are hyping up Task. I haven't seen it. It's on HBO.
I don't know. Not familiar. If I get to watch a few more episodes of Landman, I'll be pretty happy. Pretty good.
Are you traveling?
Not this week.
Put on Task. Let me know how it is.
I'm on Landman. Let me get through Landman. Season 1 Landman. One at a time. All right. Any shout outs, comments? Okay, YouTube.
The other content. Leo and Benicio del Toro have a movie coming out this Friday.
Okay.
And with those two, it has to be amazing.
Doesn't have to be.
You don't think so?
Not guaranteed.
They're pretty good actors.
Yeah. When you see it, you let me know. All right. First YouTube comment from Sean. D 2.0 unlocked with New Breathing. New Breathing is on fire. Went for my first run Saturday. Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking game changing. So good. So good. I can't believe how many people have reached out to me about it and want to go get it done. Like a lot of people have reached out and saying like,
I was the pioneer. Let's be clear.
yeah, you didn't push it enough.
I had Deepak on the pod.
You gotta push it harder. Gotta push it. Gotta trumpet. Next one. Shout out from Mike Snedegar. Oh, great. Good friend. Shout out to my boy Robert Gamch, who moved to Dubai to work on the new Wynn Resort, a hospitality king. Wow. Hot job. Hot job.
I mean, we can disclose Brian and Terj posted from the construction site.
Yeah, it looks insane. That's going to be like an insane experience. Next one from Mariana. Want to give a shout out to my man, Robert Gamch, who recently moved from Las Vegas to the UAE to open up Wynn Al Marjan Island as the VP of Nightlife, Advertising, and Brand Marketing. He lived and worked in Vegas for almost 20 years in nightlife and day life industry. And I'm very proud of this major step he is taking on. Been a Kathy since day one. And so has Robert. Can't wait to send you guys our take on the UAE living. Thank you for taking the time for our shout out.
We low-key have a lot of people in the UAE that listen.
Yeah.
We might do a live episode.
Live from the Riyadh.
Live from that's not UAE.
I know. I'm just saying, if I'm going there, I want to go to the kingdom.
That's fine. But we could do UAE, and I bet you we'd have a decent following.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Get on a Waymo. Order from a robot. It's the future. Bye.